with chapter 1165 of the One Piece manga seemingly being the last chapter of God Valley, I think that it's time for a full agenda overview, because many, and I mean many, agendas have either been smashed into pieces or have been boosted drastically by the event. So strap in, because I'm about to get real in depth with this agenda overview. But before I do get into the video, if you guys don't enjoy content like this, you know what to do. Hit that like button and subscribe, as I do post content like this regularly, and to be honest, it's a win-win. You guys show me love and support, and I give back to you in the form of videos, whether it's One Piece, other anime, or just fiction in general. In due time I'm covering it, so be there when I go there. But I feel like I've rambled on long enough, so why don't I jump straight into the God Valley agenda overview. Now, as this is technically the first time I've worded the agenda overview like this, I'm gonna basically explain what it is. Now, if you've been a long time fan or you've gone back to watch some of my old videos, I've done this already in the past. Remember when I was going through like the different agendas inside of One Piece and was covering them? Yeah, basically I'm gonna do that, but this time I'm actually going to go over how they may have fallen or how they may have been boosted by God Valley. And so I think by the end of the overview, you guys should know who has been positively impacted by this and who has been negatively impacted by this. Alright, you got it? Cool. Let's hop into the video. Okay, so to begin it, I'm going to start off with something light, and that is Dragon. Now, Dragon's agenda hasn't really been impacted too much here. Why? Because he was a kid here. Literally, he was 17. That's even younger than me, and I'm young, contrary to what many of you believe. Now, knowing that he was the one that got Shanks out of danger, I'd say this does increase his stocks by a tiny bit, and if the chapter is out by the time I am done editing, or I'm nearly done, I will be able to put in a panel of where apparently he ups the fire on one of his superiors. Now, you don't tell me that's not aura, but either way, I'll have to see for the actual chapter, because you know how leakers be lying sometimes. Anyway, so yeah, yeah, I'd say his stocks were increased by a little margin. You could say a big margin actually, because without Shanks, I'd say his stocks did get increased quite a bit. Moving on though, we're gonna talk about Eustass Kid and Captain John. Now, yeah, I know Kid didn't appear here, but Captain John has his devil fruit, and the moment that the devil fruit was shown was the moment that everybody was like, oh, Kid upscale. Oh, you thought, nigga, you thought. Now, for a moment, there was like Captain John has aura, because he used to talk to Rocks a lot, and he was like, it seemed like he was up there with being one of the people that he used to converse with a lot, until God Valley happened and people realized that he may not be him. Why? Because he was shown to use Kid's devil fruit like once and then got blown up by Snot. Yeah, Kid ain't ever coming back, bro. That stocks it down. Okay, moving on, we're actually gonna get into some real people now, and the first person I want to talk about is Big Mom. Now, Big Mom, she did what she needed to do. Like, she didn't do anything too crazy. Obviously, yes, she did attack Emu, but it's about it. Got snuck by Kaido. Obviously, wasn't down for long. It was a sneak attack, and she wasn't down for long. Obviously, he didn't use any like competent haki. He just wanted to just knock her about. There wasn't anything here for Big Mom. Like, there is a massive argument to her stocks being up a little bit because she's stuck by Rocks, but I don't think that's anything too crazy. So yeah, stocks increased by like 0.5%, I guess. I mean, you gotta give Big Mom fam something. Oh no. Nah, I feel like I've gotten all the little people out of the way. Oh no, wait, hold on. Wait, the Shiki. Shiki, yeah, you didn't really do too much either. That's why I forgot about you. He kind of did what he needed to do here. There's not, like, the people that I mentioned so far don't really change much about God Valley, but the next people I'm going to get into, we have some conversations to have. Now, the first big one up is Kaido, and Kaido surprised me with how he got his devil fruit and for Emu. And the thing is with Kaido is that the more you hear him talk, well, not in the flashback, the more you heard him talk on Wano, it kind of makes me seem dumb, because it's like, bro, you said, like, Roger took down the, like, okay, right, look, we was obviously saying how he was talking about the world, and Rocks called Emu the world and was like, Roger did it alone. No. No. You know, look, if you're gonna clip and ship any part of this video, clip and ship this part. Kaido thinks like Yonko fans. You know how he just scrubbed out Garp? Yeah, that's the exact same thing like Yonko fans decided to do, to scrub out Garp like he doesn't exist. Kaido does that. He thinks like a Yonko fan. You mean he did it by himself? Nigga, no he didn't. Now yeah, Kaido, yeah, he went into bang with Garp at any point, and even if he did lose to Rock or kind of get one strike, he was still there. So you know, Kaido stocks went up a little bit. I say in like present day kind of went down, because the more you hear him talk, the more it's like it makes no sense. But go give him his credit where credit is due. He did some surprising things and was kind of funny here. Like as an agenda overall, the Kaido agenda was definitely boosted, as he was one of the people to just stay with Rocks and be there for him. Moving on though, we have Sengoku. Now Sengoku wasn't here, but guess what? There is still time for me to talk about this bum bitch bubbling ass nigga. Now let's have a little conversation. Now technically in the end, was Sengoku right? Roger fought Rocks, and then God Valley was then eviscerated. Yeah, to a certain extent he was right, but the way he, you know what, the reason his stocks are down is because he didn't go. I think that's why I want to leave it at for now, because technically he was right, and I'm somebody that's fair. If you're right in some degree, I'll give you credit, because technically that did happen, although it wasn't the way he explained it. It was just Rocks going there to be evil. But no, I still fuck him though. I like, as I said before, I will never ever like him again. Stocks is still down, heavily down, but he was right in some regard, a little bit, just a wee bit. Now I know I said I'm getting to the real interesting people before, but now I'm actually getting to the people that really do matter. And wait, hold on, no. There's still like a little duo that I'm gonna have to talk about, and that is Rayleigh and Gabon. Now, yeah, Rayleigh, yeah, okay, Summers, yeah, got Shaki, yeah, he didn't really do much. Neither did Gabon. Both of them were trolling here, like they were trolling, bro. They came on this island and came in for treasure, literally, because you know, Shaki was classed as, yeah, they were trolling here, bro. Like they were straight trolling. They did nothing. Their stocks didn't go up or down. They was just doing things. Gabon was trolling Roger and other people, and Rayleigh, he doesn't do much. He sucks. Okay, now we're actually officially done with all the mid people, all the people that kind of did something but didn't do too much. Now we're going to talk about the people that actually made an impact on God Valley, and starting off, we are going to talk about Roger and Garp. Now the reason I want to talk about these two is because one of them, I believe, in my eyes, didn't really do much. Like, yeah, he was there, but stocks wise, I mean, it's what we expected. But I feel really no hunger to start gassing Garp. Hey boy. Now look, have I always been a Garp truther? Okay, look, the only thing I wasn't truthing about was him having Conqueror's Haki, because I thought the power of love was something else, but you know how that then turns on. Like, I'm somebody that will say that I was truthing, and then I'll say when I wasn't truthing. Like, I will be there to say that. But I always knew he was this strong. It made zero sense for him to be weaker than Roger when we already knew that he was equal to Roger. I mean, the story had been saying that the whole entire time. To me, I always just viewed it as, that is Luffy's grandfather. He is the hero. He is the one that everybody looks to. Why would he be weak? And this flashback proved it. I say flashback because even when he fought Roger the first time, it was shown like, yeah, no, he is him. And then ever since Hachinosu, he has been that guy. And let's be real, some of the community thought that the old feats were just fake, and thought that Shiryu, realistically speaking, Shiryu didn't do much. He didn't. He realistically didn't. And I do believe that if Garp really wanted to, he could have gone off of Hachinosu. That's a little thing that I do think at the back of my head. I really think that he could have gone off of Hachinosu, but he just decided not to. Actually, no, I don't. Kusama was ever a discussion for another day. But in the God Valley, his stocks went up. Chasing down Whitebeard, Big Mom, and Kaido, even though it was situational, That's still aura. Laughing off Big Mom's attack and saying that you need more. Do you know how much? Oh, listen. It's the fact that he went from somebody that the community thought for some reason was Virgo level. I ain't gonna say who said that. King of Lightning, Lo's cousin. Nah, okay, that's a bit too much, ain't it? But nah, for real though, like, God was banging. And if the chapter's out once more, I'm going to put the pin up on the page, and if these translations are correct, then you're going to see what he is saying. He said to Roger that your physical strength ain't there, boy. Like, yeah, you're swinging that sword, but the physical strength. Do you understand the level of aura you need to have to just say that? Just be like, nah, yeah, you're banging, but you ain't banging like me. That sword ain't enough. He said your lethality, yeah, that sword's lethality ain't enough. Hey, if that doesn't say that Garp was stronger than Roger at the time, then I don't know what to say. And that does buff other stocks equally, like Kobe's and Kuzans. But that's besides the point. We as a community need to have a discussion on that another time. So yeah, Roger's stocks went up a little bit. I'd even argue stayed the exact same, but Garp's, if you invested ages ago, then yeah, you really him right now. Moving on though, we have Whitebeard. Now Whitebeard, see, the thing is that everybody's been talking about Roger, God, Rocks. No, Whitebeard as well needs to be put in those discussions as well, because on 2 occasions was he holding back 2 people that the community believes are the strongest. And you could say that this also does increase the aura of Garp. Obviously, yeah, it does, but there was situational stuff behind that. But with Whitebeard running away, a lot of people thought that, oh no, like, he isn't that strong at this point. No, never. Because in the exact same chapter, I think he went and held back Roger, and then on top of that, he's then holding back demonic rocks with one hand. Had to cut myself off, and it just really, like, you need to really deep that. No niggy nothing, like, just straight raw fist. And he's not the GOAT. If it's Roxton and Skyrocket, I've always been a Whitebeard truther. I think a lot of people with brains have been Whitebeard truthers. But if you don't want to truth Whitebeard, like, if you don't believe him at this point, then I'm not gonna lie, stop reading the series, nigga. Nah, I've been talking so good about these people, like so good. But one person we do need to have a conversation about is Garling. And you know what? I'm not even just gonna keep it to Garling. I'm keeping it to the Holy Knights as a whole. Now, Garling and the Holy Knights. The shit, like, I feel like I'm Emu right now, talking down to like this, like I feel like a boss right now talking to like the people that work on, like, bro, what were you doing out there? Like, you niggas really went out there and did nothing with your life. Like, let's really sit back and observe this. Garling, what were you doing? Okay, look. See, the thing is that, yeah, okay, cool, it's Rocks. I get it. But you had your goons there. You had a whole army, and you had your sword in you by the end of the... My nigga, how are you that trash? And the woman that was with him, yo, you are just as bad, bro. Like, you don't... Nobody gets off free. That one that tried to sneak, like, yeah, I mean, I can't, I did technically get snuck as well. I'll give him a pass. Summers, you were terrible. Yeah, you could say that he got snuck as well, but like, he heard the attack getting called out, he just couldn't react. But Garling, it's because you were named the champion of God. How do you even get named the champion of God Valley? I mean, yeah, we obviously get to know that him being called the champion of God Valley must mean that it was because of Jason the slaves and whatnot, but still, what have you done to be the champion of God Valley? In fact, you lost things there. You lost Shaki, and then you lost your kid. What are you the champion of? Losing, my nigga. You did nothing. You, like, I've been thinking of making a slander video, and you know what? Wait, hold on, whoa. I just thought about it. You lost your own kid, your own sperm. You lost to a random marine. Yeah, okay, yeah, it ends up being one of the most important people in modern day, but you lost your kid. You lost your own sperm to what? A kid. You also lost the woman that you was meant to have. To Rayleigh of all people. Like, you couldn't go and fight him. You probably would have won if you pressured him enough. Probably the fact that he's like fake, as I've always said, like, bro, what are you doing here? And yes, I will give Rayleigh strays doing this. Anyway, Garling, you are terrible. The rest of the Holy Knights, like, you disgust me as well, but Garling, you lost everything here. You did nothing with your life. You have, like, what do you realistically do? Hey man, if Shamrock ain't hey, God so help me if Shamrock ain't, bro. God so help me if Shamrock ain't, bro. Now, next up, we have Emu. Now, Emu, from what I can gauge, at least in my head, and obviously it's an agenda overview, so what the fans think as well, Emu was okay. Like, yeah, did it give off like final boss vibes, you know, turning the strongest person on the island into your slave is a showcase of power, yeah, but it's like, you didn't really do much offensively. Like, you just sat there and made them like give you back shots until you was like, yeah, cool, alright, okay guys, you know your gimmick attacks, okay, let me actually hit you. And at this point, it's more like Emu is a master puppeteer than being a straight up powerhouse. Like, Emu didn't unleash an attack that eviscerated them. It was more of a thing where they were like, okay, I'm just gonna make more puppets to deal with you. It feels like they have no power themselves. No, they have power themselves, but they don't have a means to like do it themselves. So they get other people to do things, like, you know, with making the Mother Flame so they can then use an ancient weapon, and then like turning Rox and everybody else into demons. Like, am I the only one that's catching on to this? Like, they just seem like a master puppeteer instead of like an actual, like, oh, we actually have to fight. Like, I don't think Luffy's gonna go and swap hands with the actual Emu. I think he's gonna swap hands with like a demon they've created. Like, I don't know, unless Emu's real body is an actual like hand swapper, but I mean, I don't know at this point. I just feel like they can just control people. That's about it, really. So overall, did their stocks go up? I guess. Like, if they could turn Rox into a demon, then realistically speaking, then what's stopping Emu from just turning the whole world into like demons? Like, what's realistically, when Luffy goes up to fight him, why does she not turn Luffy into a demon, or Sanji and Zoro? Like, there isn't. Like, I don't know. Their powers are really weird. I feel like Oda messed up making Emu hard. Like, I think he. Well, I mean, Blackbeard is a thing, so yeah, maybe can't. But I feel like what the whole community's gone from Emu is like, yeah, the stocks have gone up, but Oda messed up making Emu. He doesn't really know what he was planning with Emu, I think. And so now we have the man that I've been talking about all throughout this, and that's Rox. And if Rox's stocks couldn't go up anymore, they've gone up even further. He's goated. He's always been goated. And he's so goated to the point where people are actually starting to feel bad about him and think that he's an actual family man and think that his crew is a family. Yeah, Rox has done that much to his PR that he has done that. And you know what? I don't blame people. Why? Because he is an aura. He is like, he's what you aspire to be. Like, you put his poster up on the wall and you're like, yeah, I want to be like you one day. Not really, because see, look, even I'm getting loaded into it. He's a terrorist, but he's a goated terrorist, you know. Like, he's like one of them terrorists where you're like, you know what, you have aura, bro. Like, realistically speaking, I shouldn't like you, but I like you. That's who Rox is. Now, even though Rox should be the final person I should be covering, there is somebody that I do need to cover, and that is Mihawk himself. Every feat that you saw with a sword. You see, when Garp was calling Roger weak, it's because Garp knew that he still got a lot of ways to go until he's Mihawk's level. They don't stop there either. You see how Rox was doing all of that? They're all Mihawk feats. That's why he couldn't take down Emu. Yep. See why Whitebeard stopped it? It's because Whitebeard's stronger. That is why Whitebeard is the true winner of God Valley. Why? Because he stops Rox's attack. Demonic version as well. Strongest person on the island. Took 2 people to take him down. And who stopped him single-handedly? The GOAT. which is why Whitebeard, even though Mihawk is the secondary winner here, Whitebeard is the realistic winner here. So the agenda overview goes out as Mihawk and Whitebeard being the main winners here. No troll. Oh, and the main loser here is definitely Garland. Like, yo, I ain't gonna lie, I think it would be more demoralizing for him to just genuinely, like, for Roger and them to, like, I don't know, like, I feel like he was demasculated. Garling was demasculated on God Valley. That was you go on a champion for me, demasculated. Yo, nigga, get off my. Yo, I dare him to show up in my manga again, or the you be dealt with. Anyway, that is the end of the video. Hope you guys enjoyed this video, as I certainly did enjoy making this agenda review. I feel like I was pretty fair to everybody. Obviously, as I said in the end, Whitebeard and Mihawk were the main winners. Garling was demasculated, and yeah. Let's just hope that Oda doesn't make a mistake with Emu like I thought he has, because I feel like I don't think he knows what he's doing. Anyway, yeah, just be on the lookout for more Whitebeard Glaze and Rocks Glaze soon, because those two were the best characters from God Valley, hands down, by far, no contest. Oh, Garp as well. Garp, that's my top 3. But yeah, Glaze coming out on them soon. Be on the lookout, because if you don't, then you're gonna miss it and you're gonna be upset with yourself. Anyway, I love you all, and I shall see you guys in the next video. I love you all. Thank you for the support, and yeah, good bye.